Most people think communication is just about saying the right words, but the truth is that communication is built on timeless principles, universal laws that never change. Now, these aren't laws that in legal sense per se, but they are truths that consistently share how we connect, whether you're giving a speech, writing an email, leading a team, or just having a conversation. These principles always remain the same. Hi, my name is Hugo Intel. I am a communication coach, and today we're breaking down what is called the universal laws of communication. Once you start applying these and actually using them with intention, you'll notice an immediate shift in how people respond to you. Now, when we say universal laws, what does that mean? Well, we're talking about principles that are true in every situation, no matter who you're speaking to or what format you're using. These aren't trendy hacks or one-size-fits-all tips. These are the foundations of effective communication. And the better you understand them, the more confident, clear, and impactful you'll become when you speak. So let's dive into the first law. So as the first law, we need to zoom out a bit. This is all living entities communicate. Communication is not limited to human language. Every living being communicates in some way or another. Plants change color or structure. Animals use movement, sound, or scent. And humans, well, we use this complex mix of words, tone, and body language to convey our message. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, why does this matter? Well, because communication isn't just for professionals or leaders. It's a fundamental part of life itself. And it's true because we see all living entities communicate. And when you see communication as something universal, you stop treating it as an option and start treating it as a part of actually being human. And if communication is everywhere, the question becomes, how do we make sure our communication actually lands? That's where the next law comes in. So the second law is clarity and conciseness. The most effective messages are simple and direct. Overly complex language, jargon, or vague phrasing is what causes confusion when we speak. So clarity makes people understand you, and conciseness keeps their attention. Think about the people you love listening to. They're not the ones throwing around these big words or complex ideas. They're the ones who can take a complex idea and make it sound simple so everyone understands it. If you've ever rambled in a meeting and seen eyes just glaze away, then you've felt what happens when clarity is missing. But of course, clarity alone isn't enough. People don't just want information from you, they want to trust the person giving it. And that brings us to the third law. The third law is honesty and authenticity. Now, trust is the foundation of meaningful communication. If people don't trust you, they won't listen to you. So being truthful, being transparent and authentic allows people to feel safe and respected. And people can actually sense it. They know when you're speaking from a genuine place versus hiding behind this brick wall. And authenticity makes you more relatable. People connect with imperfection far more than they connect with polish. So don't you worry about being flawless in your delivery, worry about actually being real and authentic. And authenticity is never just about what you say, it's also about your willingness to hear, to listen. Because communication is never a one-way street. It is almost always a two-way street. So that brings us on to the fourth law, which is active listening. Now, communication isn't complete without listening. Active listening means paying attention not just to the words being said, but to tone, expressions, and body language. It means putting away distractions and actually being present when the other person is speaking. And when you respond in a way that shows that you actually understood and listened, people feel valued and heard. And that's what strengthens relationships. Now, listening is powerful, but every situation is different. What works with one person may not work with another, which is why the next law is all about adaptability. So, the fifth law, adaptability. As I said, no two audiences are the same. What works in one situation may not work in another. So adaptability means being aware of your audience's background, their experience, their style of communicating, and adjusting yours to match that. Maybe it means simplifying your language. Maybe it means shifting your tone. Maybe it means using more visuals to enhance your message. The more flexible you are, the more effective you become as a speaker. Because communication isn't about you, it's about the other person who receives the message. If they don't understand it, it doesn't matter what you said. And when you adapt, it makes it so much easier to create connection, which brings us to the most overlooked but most powerful law. So the sixth law is building rapport. Now, rapport is kind of the invincible bridge that makes communication flow so smoothly. And it's built through common ground, empathy, and respect for one another. When people feel understood, they are more open to listening to you. And this isn't about charm or manipulation. It's about creating a space where a genuine exchange can actually happen between the two parts. So this time, think about people you naturally enjoy talking to. They make you feel comfortable, right? That's rapport. And when it is missing, even the best ideas struggle to land. So when you put all these laws together, you get something very, very powerful. A complete picture of what makes communication work so incredibly well. And when you use them with intention, that's when you can become a powerful communicator as well. Now, I know I went through this very quickly, but it is just to make the message concise and clear so I don't ramble on. So let's recap the universal laws of communication once more, and I'll give you a quick line explanation for each one. Now, the first one was all living entities communicate. Communication isn't optional, it is fundamental to human beings. And the second one was clarity and conciseness. Simple, direct language makes your message land so much easier. Now, the third one was honesty and authenticity. So trust is built when you're real, not perfect. So focus on real delivery instead of flawless delivery. And the fourth one was active listening. True connection comes from making people feel heard. And you do that by actively listening. And the fifth one was adaptability. The best communicators adjust to their audience. The audience shouldn't have to adjust to you. And the sixth one was build rapport. Common ground and empathy makes people open to your message. Otherwise, it won't matter. Now again, these aren't tricks. They are timeless principles. And when you apply them, communication becomes more than just exchanging words. It becomes a tool for creating understanding, trust, and meaningful relationships. So use them with intention, and you'll be amazed at how much easier communicating becomes. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe. I share new videos like this every single week to help you master the #1 high-income skill, communication. And if you want to take this further, you can join my community via the link down below. It's a support system to help kickstart your journey on becoming a powerful communicator. See you in the next video. Bye bye.